So we're talking about the PwC Work Radar Report 2024. And as I mentioned yesterday, the report has some very, very sound advice that leaders need to take into account if they want their organisations to remain viable. And many CEOs that were surveyed said unless they change direction, the company will not be viable in 10 years' time. So PwC is saying you need to do things now. The key point I've been making this week is that what PwC is saying in the report is very different to what they're actually doing. And they do have RTO mandates, even though the report says they generally don't work. One of the good things it suggests is a location strategy that's adjustable and flexible over time. And one of the things it does need to take into account is that there will be financial implications. There's no way around it, there will be. And you have to consider them. You can't just go, put your head in the sand. And so you have to factor that into your location strategy, where you are going to locate, if you're going to locate. You might decide to go fully remote because it makes sense. But then there are implications if you have employees working in locations where you do not have a business presence. Yeah, so you have to think about that. So your choice of office location could be because you need to be close to your customers. But that could be in a location that has a really high tax implication. So then you might say, well, we'll need less space. We need to be near our customers, but we don't need as much space, so we can reduce the cost. But then that feeds into the strategy about you have less space for employees if they all wanted to be in the office. So what's your strategy for who works where and when? You might have to look at a totally alternative location and rethink the proximity to customers. And the increase in remote work means that talent has moved. And I wrote an article early this year called Meta Cities that explored how the talent is flowing and the talent is following like talent to different areas, cheaper accommodation, better living conditions. So that migration, if you like, of talent will also feed into the location strategy. Where are you going to go for your talent? Do you need to locate where the talent is locating? And what's that going to cost?